The long-awaited Rep Fitness Strive cardio equipment has finally started to drop, and so has its price tag.
Shut up and take my money!
A new contender in the adjustable kettlebell world has entered the chat, and we've got big news from the strongman community, as well as the fact that you're just not gonna believe today's sponsor. So stick around. We are gonna do this home gym equipment weekend review live. That's right, I am gonna write it up and we're gonna do it live. The No Fake channel, checking in. Jonathan here to bring all of you home gym introverts the latest and greatest news concerning the home gym multiverse. And as of today, Rep Fitness has finally dropped their Strive Series Air Bike. And we've got not only the details, but the price tag. This Strive Air Bike featuring trademarked VPR technology at a $1,300 price tag. This product and all of their cardio equipment, they've been teasing out for over 2 years now. I don't know what's taking them so long. I'm assuming they want to get it right versus get it fast. I know oftentimes there's a big push to get stuff out to market and then fix the issues in version 2. And I don't think Rep Fitness wants to go that route. So kudos to them for taking their time, and ideally, or at least I expect, they're getting it right. Now, these assault bikes or air bikes or echo bikes or devil bikes, whatever you want to call it, people love them. Reason being is they work so well in terms of just tackling cardio, whether you want to do HIIT training, whether you want to do long form, whether you just want to use it as a warm-up. They are beautiful, and we always like to see new additions to the market. And we're going to talk about the price point, but let's just talk about what makes this one different than all of the others. You can actually adjust the resistance. So you can actually turn the handle, which will spin the blades. So once you spin the blades, you're going to get more or less air resistance depending on how you want to approach your training. It does come with a few different handle options as far as where you can adjust your hands, which is nice. I do tend to find I like having the ability to just kind of change up my hand positions, whether I get bored or whether just, certain bikes fit a certain way. Sometimes you want to go high, sometimes you want to go low. Sometimes you want to put your wrist in like a neutral position, so you're just kind of moving your arm straight back and forth. It's a little bit more comfortable. Everyone's got a different preference. I like the fact that they've got a few different options here. Let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room, that $1,300 price tag. Now that does come with free shipping, which is always nice, and this thing is gonna be a heavy beast. However, that's a massive price. And I will tell you that we've seen so many home gym equipment companies going up in price across the board, whether it's like jump ropes or cardio equipment like this. And the truth be told, that's just the nature of the beast. That's what's happening. In fact, we've seen Rep Fitness in the past release new products only to have them raise the price point like a month or two later. So that might be one of the things that they're trying to avoid, is to keep this price point at a point where they can keep this price for the next couple of years. I will say Rep Fitness, unlike some other companies, do not throw sales. So some other companies will keep their price points high in order to be able to drop you a sale once a month or once every 2 months in order to kind of drive marketing and stuff like that. Rep Fitness doesn't play those games. They don't mess around. The price is the price, and unless it's Black Friday or Cyber Monday, you're not going to get a better deal. But we don't live in a vacuum, and when you look at this price point, it is only fair to compare it to a lot of the other premium competition out there. Probably the most well-known air bike has to be the Rogue Echo. They've sold so many of these bad boys. I've had one for 5 years, and I love it. I've got the older version that has the kind of toned down monitor. They've actually fixed it so it's a little bit more colorful, and I haven't done a thing to it. I haven't lubed it up. I haven't dusted it off. I haven't done anything to it except try to beat it up, and it still works the same as the day that I got it. These things are built tough. They are heavy. They are heavy duty. They are nice. I think the only complaint about the Echo bike is that if you're on the shorter side, like 5'3" or under, it's really not made for shorter individuals. Like my son, who's pretty tall, still can't really use this. He's pretty tall for his age, still can't use this Echo bike, even at the lowest setting. It's just not comfortable.
I want the truth!
I want your thoughts in the comments below. Has Rep Fitness taken just too long to get this equipment to market? And are their price points just a little too high or way too high compared to most of the premium competition? So this Rogue Echo bike does come in $400 under what Rep Fitness is charging. And unlike most of Rogue's products, you don't actually have to pay for shipping in the lower 48 states of America. So $900, obviously you're gonna have to pay for they nickel and dime you on the wind guard as well as the water bottle holder and the phone holder, but that's small potatoes. You're still looking at a whopping $400 difference, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Here's another air bike that I absolutely love. I don't think it gets enough credit, and this is the Raptor air bike coming in at $1,000. And this is $300 less than Rogue's. They deliver a lot of nice things with this product as far as extras. They throw in the wind guard, the turf tire, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It really, really durable, really nice product. I really like this when I reviewed it. I think the only angst against this is when it first came out, it was a lot less. So people were pretty big on being upset that they had to raise their prices. However, Fringe Sport, one of those companies that always throws sales. So if you're able to just kind of steal a deal, you can probably find this for like a lot less if you just wait around a couple of weeks, because they're always throwing discount sales or promotional stuff constantly. My inbox is just littered with their emails. Well, we all wish our home gym equipment was cheaper. The price is the price. And if they want to charge $1,300, I'm sure they are going to get it. But from a consumer perspective, I think it's going to be a real hard pill to swallow, that $400 price gap between the Rogue Echo and this one. That's almost 40% of what the Rogue Echo costs. So you've got to pay 40% more than the Rogue Echo in order to get this bike in-house. Pre-order starts today with deliveries expected in March. And I would not be surprised on the second round of these orders that you see that they raise the price point even further. This is going to be the lowest price, at least until Thanksgiving. So if you are interested, hey, check out those links in the description. And we've got their Strive curved treadmill for $3,800. We knew this one wasn't going to be cheap. And I think, honestly, the fact that it's under $4K is really good. When I first looked at it, I tried this out at Home Gym Con. They didn't have the price point, or at least they wouldn't tell us. And I thought it was going to be like $4,500 or even $5,000, just based on the weight and a lot of the features that they have. And quite honestly, compared to the air bike that they're delivering, this value is a lot higher. So this is $3,800. They're going to be shipping this thing out, I think, in April. I'll put it in the description below. They made a whole post of when this thing was going to ship. Comparing some of the other curved treadmills, we've got the Rogue Woodway. I don't even know if this one's good. It's got 3 stars on 3 reviews, but this one comes in at $3,500. Probably the most well-known name when it comes to curved treadmills, the Assault Runner Pro. This one's $3,500 as well. It's on pre-order. So it's just one of those things. They're expensive. They're big. There's a lot of moving parts, and it's the name of the game on what they're charging. Now, when I tried this at Home Gym Con, yeah, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it, but in fact, I only got on it for 40 seconds, so I wouldn't call that a really in-depth review. The fact that it's only $3,800, I don't think is actually a bad price point. I certainly think that they put a lot of time into it, and it does have a lot more features than just your standard curved treadmill. YouTube says that a whopping 93% of you just aren't strong enough to hit that subscribe button down below. That can't be true, can it? Go ahead, give it a try. And from the people who brought you the Hyper Pro, we now have the Freak Athlete adjustable kettlebell. And it seems like they have fixed the problem with adjustable kettlebells. If you don't know, you tend to get a lot of plastic parts on the cheaper ones, and then the ones that are more heavy duty, more competition kettlebell style tend to take forever to change out the weights. This one supposedly changes in seconds, and this one is all metal design. It's got contours for when you're in that rack position with that kettlebell, and it's from Freak Athlete. They have been putting out some really good equipment, and they do tend to do a lot of testing. They're not one of those companies that puts out a product and says, we'll figure out the problems on version 2. So I'm really excited that this is coming to market. I've got no idea about the price point. I am going to get one in-house and test out just because I'm a big fan of adjustable kettlebells. I think they're just one of the founding blocks of small home gyms when you're looking to get in fantastic shape, but you don't have a lot of space and you don't have a lot of money. They are literally right up there with adjustable dumbbells. The main question I have is, will the weight rattle around when it is pinned in? Now, if you watch this video closely, they don't have any extra weight in here. So they have just basically blanks. You're just getting that metal shell. And oftentimes when you've just got the metal shell, you don't get any rattling. There's nothing to rattle. But once you start putting these plates in, I'm curious if you're gonna have any rattle with those plates whatsoever. Now, it looks as though the plates that they're providing do have like magnetic locks so that they kind of lock from one to the other. So there should be less give, less slop, whatever you want to call it, with those weights. But I don't see them using it in an actual demonstration. So I am gonna be curious how this is gonna hold up. And of course, what's the price tag? And I don't know if there are other companies producing more new releases than Rep Fitness. I just don't know if that company exists. If you do, you let me know. But they also dropped a new leg roller version. Now, what's funny about this is not that it's not a great product. This thing looks fire. It looks great. A lot of people are looking for those leg rollers, especially on the Aries, so they can hold themselves down when they're doing those lat pull downs. And this thing looks, top of the top, cream of the crop. But here's the funny thing that I thought. When you buy one, it's $90. Now, if you buy two, you get a savings. No, you don't. You don't get any savings. So you don't actually get a savings when you buy a pair. And I think that I wish more companies would just kind of step up and say, hey, you spend more money, we're going to put it in the same box. We're going to actually just give you, a $10 discount, a $15 discount. Nothing crazy. I don't know. But there's no discount, right? When's the last time when you went into a store and you were like, well, I'm going to buy the bigger jar and it's just going to cost more or the same? You're not going to get any discount from buying the big, massive jar versus the small little individual size. I mean, come on. The sponsor of today's video happens to be me. That's right. If you want to help support the channel, use the affiliate links in the description, and there's something down there for everyone. Gym equipment, pre-workout, you name it, it's down there. Even low-cost Amazon toilet paper will help support the channel, and it's not a one-way street. When you use those links, you let the big Papa Pump know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation.
You've got mail.
We've got the latest and greatest news out of the strongman community, and probably the biggest thing to ever happen to Home Gym Con and the strongman community is that Brian Shaw, the man, the myth, the legend, he's coming to Home Gym Con. We may need a bigger venue to support this man. He is a mountain of a man, and I'm excited to see some of the home gym celebrities, right, whether it's in the fitness industry or what have you, coming to Home Gym Con. I think it kind of not only validates the Home Gym Con, but I think it's going to be a great experience for those who are attending. And that's what it's all about, making sure that people who are attending Home Gym Con feel like they're getting a lot of value, not just necessarily testing out new equipment, which is awesome, but also meeting people, not just, the favorite YouTuber, but meeting some of the fitness celebrities that we see in some of these competitions, whether it's CrossFit, High Rocks, or the strongman community. Since you've made it this far in the video, I'm going to give you just a little bit of the behind the scenes on this No Fate 24/7 channel as far as what videos, what reviews, what equipment is coming out next. If you just can't wait for those brand new home gym review videos, then guess what? You can check these two bad boys out right now. You haven't seen them, and they are absolute fire. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.